2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, testing. 2, 2. Yeah, a little bit more on the headphones, guys. A little bit more on the headphones. Testing. Okay, that's fine. All right, sure. No problem. All right, that's fine. Okay, so a few people are in already. Let's do a quick register. Frisk, present. Maddie Wright, present. Terry Watkins, present. Ian Watkins, present. Coffee and Memes customer service is present and getting somewhat fighty in the chat. That's fine. Lee, present. Wodge, present. Stin, present. G-Boy Price, present. Killing Time Before We Die, a.k.a. Not That Tom Robinson, present. Big Shawnee Simpson, present. Jimmy You'd Be Surprised Bud, present. Joseph Humphries, present. Hog Boy, present. Good news, Katie, who works in the office opposite, who is our reporter on the ground, can confirm no one currently on the roof of Trickstar House, of Trickstar Mansions, of the Trickstar Emporium. No one currently stuck on the roof. I mean, that could be bad news. It's certainly... God, just think, it's already been a week, Wow. Already a week since that. Since those incredible scenes. Since that majestic event. A once-in-a-lifetime experience. Side 20 stuck on a roof. Other favourite Side 20 moments. Side 20 falling off a boat. Side 20 fell off his boat, which wouldn't be so much of an issue had his boat not been in a car park at the time, and actually quite high up. He was, in many ways, lucky to survive that. Real Akeem, did I not mention you at the beginning? Sorry, buddy. Even went on top. Yeah, well, you've got to pay for your lateness. Normally, you drift in about 25 minutes to, swan about, still chewing at the back. Yeah, got your coat on. Unbelievable. Chittle-chattling at the back. Den Tweedy's here, finally. Christ on a bike. Power Gen is locked. Chode Rider is here. It's payday. It's Tony Stark Day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tony Stark out there. Everyone is fucking slinging it about like Iron Man. Just they're like the richest. Everyone's the richest person in the world today. Not me. I've not yet. When's Gyro Day? Is it Gyro Day yet? There's all these bollocks down here. Unbelievable. Mikey Blessed. He is the blessed one, and he's there. Billy Golding, brother of Ellie Golding. Billy, the one actually that leaked the Ellie Golding nudes some time ago, because he hates his sister. He thinks she is scum. Brothers and their sisters, what can you say? Yeah, everyone's a 3-day millionaire now. Correct, Chode. You are correct. Tom Cam is in the chat, giving it a bit of the groove radar. Meharties. Oh, God. So everyone's got paid today. How many people will be planning on getting on the bag later? You can either let me know in the chat, or if you'd like to let me know anonymously through the shout box, you can. On the on the Threshold app. You can find that in the App Store for either iPhone or Droid. Do people still call them droids? Does they have to be taken outside and shot if they do? Anyone that refers to their Android phone as a droid? Got a new droid the other day. Actually, it's a Samsung 69420. And you would not believe the resolution of the camera. It pisses all over the iPhone from a great height. And oh my God, how do people live without a back button? Come the revolution, my friends. First against the wall. Lord alive. Anyway, you can get in touch. Yep, there we go. You can get in touch through the shout box. It's anonymous. Plenty of people already. There, Purple Aki. Wow, great to hear from Aki. Nice. What you been up to these days? Lifted anyone? Oh no, been lifted? Oh God. For anyone who doesn't know who Purple Aki is, little bit of Googling would be nice. There's a good Dankula video, Mad Lads, about Purple Aki, which will give you the full rundown. Anyway, also, The Real Shock 1 has messaged in to say, why don't you play any of my tunes? Thought we were friends, Will. Well, it's because I just try and play as few bits from Australia as possible because I just don't want to kind of dignify, the lie. I don't want to give the hoax, the conspiracy of quote-unquote real Australia anymore. I don't want to give any airtime. You know what I mean? Anyway, Purple Aki says, coming down to Brighton soon. Would love to grapple in some BJJ. Anytime, Aki. Anytime, mate. It'd be an honour. Groove Rider says, har! That's nice. Hayley, my girlfriend, says, hurry up, you little gimp. You embarrass me more than yourself when you're late to the show. Seems reasonable. Bassman says, middle finger in your sister. Glad I don't have a sister. Benny Lava says, minor bun engine made Benny Lava. Anybody need this sign? Benny Lava. Okay, not familiar with the work of Benny Lava. Ja Rule says, you never thought I'd make you smile while I'm smacking your ass and fucking. I don't know what that means. Pablo Escobar says payday for everyone else. It means payday for me. There you go, man. There you go. Secret to good business, being a good middleman. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and or Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. It's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee Meets Trash Out Dirty Firm. It's fucking Friday, baby. It's Tony Stark Day. Fucking get out there on the nose beers. Just get it done. Get on the booger sugar. Get on the delicious nose clams. That must presumably be a Scottish term. A few more bits here. Prince Andrew's on the shout box. He says, what's this link stuff? Never had to use it myself. Okay, just apropos for nothing there, Prince Andrew. Sure. James Bard says, BMW 330 for sale. One careful lady owner. One crazy-ass mofo owner. Okay. Anyone in the market for a clearly moody motor, do get in touch with James Bard. The droid you are looking for says, I'm getting on all the bags. Deontay Wilder says, I wanted to show up. Wanted to get up for your show, but my pajamas are too heavy. Oh, God. The Coffee and Memes HR department says, where are my store credits, bitch? The store credits ended in October, September, around that time. It was a sad day when I realised that by giving everybody a lot of stuff for free, I was just financially crippling the radio station. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, look, there's bits and bobs today. I would say it is a approximately average day for Twaddle. Few nice bits. Man left unable to have sex after rat bit his penis in prison. And he plans to reopen lawsuit. I'm guessing the lawsuit didn't go well the first time, which is a shame. A goddamn shame. Chinese takeaway keeps 4-star food hygiene rating after molar found in curry. Okay? That's gross. It's a molar tooth. For anyone not familiar with the word molar, it is a type of tooth, like not like Bluetooth, like a normal tooth you'd have in your mouth. Hungry Horse introduces lasagna in a pizza to make your carb dreams come true. I would potentially say that science has gone too far with this. With like the pizza burger that you can get, a frozen pizza burger that's hot dog flavour. Science has clearly gone too far. I mean, that's, the libertarians make the argument the markets will regulate themselves, but, if the markets are creating lasagna in a pizza, it's I think it's as good an argument for communism as any, quite frankly. Let me get that up on the screen. I think people deserve to see this. People need to see this. Video capture device, Chrome, lasagna in a pizza. There it is. It looks like an omelette. It looks like a delicious tortilla, delicious Spanish tortilla. Where's it from? It's from the Hungry Horse. A friend of mine, in fact, might as well out in Monster. You might remember from Dogs on Acid, who does the cartoons. He used to say that he would take all his dates to Hungry Horse, and basically as a sort of to kind of shit test them, like if they were prepared to, tolerate Hungry Horse on the first date, that was a good sign. Well, I think it is really. If you can really, if you can find a girl with a strong enough constitution, to tolerate a 2-for-1 weekday meal at a Hungry Horse, I think you've got to keep her really. Jesus, she can tolerate that on a first date. She'll tolerate the poor standard of sexual performance that you'll be putting up after consuming that lasagna pizza. She is clearly a tolerant woman. Well, let's just go with that. Diplo rushed to safety after shooting at Sao Paulo Carnival. Did he get shot? Jesus. Diplo has been rushed to safety. Not rushed to hospital, so I guess not shot. Diplo has been rushed to safety after a shooting broke out at a major festival in Brazil. Security guards grabbed the DJ. Real name, Thomas Pence. What did I think his name was? Wes? No. Something beginning with W. Anyway. And moved him quickly out of harm's way during the festival in Sao Paulo yesterday. According to the reports, 2 people, a woman and a man, were injured during the violence. Diplo had attended the Radio Mix concert and was there as a surprise guest for a major laser set. The footage, Wes? I'm sure. Wes? No. Wodge? No. Anyway, Thomas. In footage filmed, Wes? No. In footage filmed by the 41-year-old producer and shared on Instagram story, a voice can be heard in the background telling everyone to get out of the way. Pictures have now been shared, showing Diplo and his cameraman, along with a group of terrified spectators, tumbling to the floor as panic ensues. And they are tumbling. He's managed to keep his cowboy hat on, though, looking like a overgrown version of the Walmart kid who's about to do himself a little bit of yodeling. According to the local reports, during the melee, one of the victims managed to pull out a gun before shooting an alleged thief. It was claimed that a friend of the thief was also injured during the shocking incident. Okay. I think it's a fine argument that everyone should be packing heat at all times. Someone comes up to you, tries to snatch your pocketbook. No more pocketbook snatching. You know what I mean? Very quickly I think people would be learning lessons. Following the violence, Sao Paulo's Public Safety Secretariat released a statement that confirmed an investigation was underway. It read, "We're still not sure of what Diplo's real first name is. Some people are saying Thomas, some people are saying Wes. Some people say Wodge, but we don't believe those people as they're clearly on drugs. But we are launching an investigation to find out. We're talking to people close to him and his family in order to try and get confirmation or at least some sort of photocopy of his passport." Fair enough. The first information indicates that the victim reacted by shooting the criminal, who was taken to the hospital. A woman was also hit and rescued at Hospital da Clínicas. The incident will be recorded by the 14th DP, who will investigate all the circumstances. At this time, we are no closer to getting full confirmation on what Diplo's first name is. I'm going to stick with Wes. Come on, let's just... Diplo, real name. His middle name's Wes. Come on! Come on, guys. Snips, where are you at? Some people have made the argument that they've never seen Wesley Snipes and Thomas Wesley Pence, aka Diplo, in the same room. I certainly have never seen them in the same room. And also, I will say, during the time that apparently the last Major Lazer album was being recorded, Wesley was strangely absent from the room. Couldn't find him. Didn't know where he was. And then he came back stinking of low-quality weed and Red Bull. So make of that what you will, listeners. Make of that what you will. DJ Snake's real name is William Sammy Etina Grichashin. And Labyrinth is called Timothy McKenzie. Lovely stuff, guys. Lovely stuff. I mean, we could do a whole... Oh, Diplo's got a kid called Laser. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, what have we got tunes-wise? I think we should have that Bill Burr track again. Burr Oak, sorry. Burr Oak. It was called Clunge. No, Boa Oak. Bloody good record, though, I tell you what, mate. No, not doing it? Not in the mood? Come on. Got to be shoot throw of the week, really, isn't it?
Next song. Next song.
Jimmy Bard, comedy, says he's not a massive fan, but what does he know? He's an uncultured northerner. And then he's immediately scolded by one of the Scotch members of the group, calling him a southerner. Or is the insinuation that just generally southerners are uncultured? Bless you. Ollie Wakefield giving a shout out to the Southerner Master Race. Just leave it, yeah. Loud out.
Next song.
Yeah, man, that's Bill Burr, famous comedian, now makes drummer space. Drummer space. Yeah. A bit light on the outro there, guys, but all round, I would say, you know, it's an A. Like I said earlier in the week, it's a strong A- at GCSE level, I would say, that record. So unless something comes in and just sort of manages to usurp it, which, you know, is possible. You know, it's Friday, it's release day. Could happen. You know, there's still another 35 minutes of the show. Who knows? Oh, there's an inside info bit. Your days may be numbered, Bill Burr. Your days may be numbered. A few more bits in the shout box. SoundCloud rapper Jordan Peterson says, anyone got any Xanax? Greta Thunberg, famous sort of truant child, says, how dare you? And she certainly has a reasonable point. Benny Lava says, watch my videos in TubeTube. I am the good content show Bob's. Translation, Vicio. Okay. Jesus, that's our Jesus Christ, the Son of God, our Lord and Saviour, who died for all our sins, says, you touch yourself at night. Do, sometimes in the day also. Bristol says, we are called scruffs. We are called scruffs who need a wash. Also, we have a higher concentration of dreadlocks per mile than Jamaica. Beanie Man says, whoa, na, na, no, na, na, hey! Which is nice. Bassman says, pussy blood clot. Groove Rider says, shiver my timbers. We don't get the recognition us pirates deserve. And Phil, from the office over the road, says, car left its lights on outside the studio. Silver Ford Focus, registration NE14ABJ. Oh! Ba-da, 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 da, da, Billy Golding confirming the dreadlocks per capita of Bristol is higher than Jamaica in the chat. So that's good. Grandad's life saved by his big belly when he fell down a flight of stairs at Wetherspoons. Come on. Oh dear. Pope Francis falls ill day after supporting people with coronavirus. Oh dearie. Jesus Christ, I tell you what, if the Pope dies of coronavirus, fucking hell, that's not a biblical prophecy. I don't know what is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're makers of Corona beer report £132 million loss as a result of the coronavirus. The Metro have been kind enough to state there is no link between the coronavirus and Corona Lager, but sales have dropped dramatically, particularly in China. Yeah, I am not surprised. Anyway, let's get back to this boy with the big fat belly. Hartley Parkinson, with the scoop on this. An overweight grandfather says that his large belly saved his life when he fell down the same flight of 15... He fell down the same flight of 15... Oh, right. When he fell down the same flight of 15 steps at a pub where a customer died last Sunday. Colin Haynes, 61, believes his stomach cushioned his fall as he tumbled down the staircase to the gents' toilet at the Wetherspoons in Bournemouth last August. Those Wetherspoon stairs, they can be treacherous. I have a feeling it might be deliberate. It might be a kind of booby trap in order to just gently thin the population of the lower classes. Just gently. You know, no one's going to ask too many questions. You're at Wetherspoons. You're obviously swig-faced and you fell down the stairs. Yeah, no one's No one's questioning the fact that every morning they go out there, they get the duck grease, all over. They've actually got a whole duck, a whole cooked duck, and they just grease up those steps. Just grease them up. A couple of Extinction Rebellion boys, they get down there, fucking grease them up. Seriously though, in all seriousness, the Extinction Rebellion lot, they must be jumping for joy about coronavirus. They might be like, yes, this is what we're after. We were desperate for a pandemic, you know, and we are literally dripping in essential oils, so there's no way we're going to get sick, you know. Our dreadlocks and our patchouli oil will protect us almost certainly from coronavirus. God bless them. He's the third person to suffer a fall at the Wetherspoons Christopher Creek pub in the last 8 months. One man suffered serious head injuries in the fall last June, while another man in his 40s went into cardiac arrest after falling at the pub last Sunday. He died later in hospital. Collins said, "I don't remember anything about the fall in that lake, but after I came round in hospital, the doctor told me that if I'd been slimmer than that, I'd probably be dead. It was my stomach that got in the way. It stopped me falling straight on my head, and I must have taken a brunt of the impact. So now I'm going public to tell people that they need to put more fucking weight on if they're going to spend all day drinking in the spoons and then try and get down the stairs to the carsey. I think without my big belly, I could have been much worse off. I'd have hit the ground full pelt. People say that being overweight's bad for you, but I'm living proof that it's not. I think that because I'm a bit bigger, my weight probably saved my life and that." Collins spent 4 days in hospital after the fall, and is almost housebound as he suffers from post-concussion syndrome. That's a rough bit of gear, that is. He said that he once weighed over 30 stone and has long struggled to control his weight. A spokesperson for JD Wetherspoon says that they're definitely not deliberately greasing the stairs in order to thin out the population of the working classes. Spokesman for JD Wetherspoon said that they have checked the stairs since the incident and found the regulation level of duck grease on the steps to be within regulation. It's checked the stairs since the latest incident with council health and safety officers, and no defects have been found. Spokesman Eddie Gerson said, A company representative has met with environmental health officers from Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Council. This was in order to review the stairs which led down to the gents' toilet in the Wetherspoons. They stated that in their opinion, no offence had been committed and therefore no enforcement action was required as there's no risk to the public. And if you want to bring up the issue of the duck grease all over the stairs and be that on your own head. You'll have to do that on your own time, because we've had the council around and they said that the duck grease is not even an issue. So if it's not an issue, then why are you trying to make it an issue? This means there's no defects on the stairs and the handrail or the level of light. The duck grease got nothing to do with it. Have a look at the shout box, see what's going on in there. My trolling of Baseline House DJ Zero on Twitter, from a Twitter account that I'm using pretending to be his aunt, is going pretty well now. It's now at the point where he's asking me to stop. He has recently tweeted that he's a bit upset that he didn't get booked for NAS Festival this year, as he feels that apart from Boomtown, that is the best festival for the style of hip, groovy techno music that he plays, baseline house music that he plays. And so I got as posing as his aunt on Twitter, got in touch with NAS Festival to suggest that they book him, to say, please book him. He's been working really hard of late and he can put on a bloody good show with his music songs. And he would even hang around to help clear up afterwards. And he's a very strong boy, and they can put him to good use. He's had enough. And he has had enough. Yeah. We've also got other people posing as his uncle, his stepdad, and his cousin's dog. We created a whole family on there. Oh, God bless him. God bless him. All we want is for him to come round, you know, for a family lunch and to tell us all. We're all so proud of him, you know, about how well he's doing with his music, with his cool music stuff, and just generally how grown up he is now. We're really proud. we just want him to come home. I should put a link to that somewhere. Well, basically, if you go on to, I think his Twitter is like @0 ZERO _BUK, something like that. Anyways, yeah, you'll see him just saying, "Please stop." Bless him. Guys, what have we got there? Anyway, that's enough of the people falling down the stairs in spoons. For now, let's have this new inside info bit. It's called Panic and Flames. Of high hopes. Don't let me down, Paul. Don't let me down. Guys. That was Inside Info with Panic and Flames. That was a nice bit of gear, guys. That was a nice bit of gear. The Aussie whistleblower says Steve Irwin was killed by the Clintons because he knew too much. They hired a hit ray for the dark web for the job, and they had the hit ray offed and turned into fake scallops, which I'm now eating in my fisherman's basket. Wow, how about that, guys? That's a real nugget from the fictional, magical make-believe world of Australia. Kings of Rollers say, how stupid are you lot going to feel when you come down and realise all of our tunes are shit? Yes, Kings of Rollers there. Wow, okay. Really flexing on themselves. Deep Sleep Creeps. Check out my No, I'm not reading that out. Okay. And... yep, Phil from the office over the road is still keen to find out who owns the silver Ford Focus as the left its lights on. So that's just a little public service announcement there from Phil in the office over the road. Good to know. Good to know. A few more. Princess Diana says, I'm still alive. Ronnie Size knows the truth. I've had enough of Size. I tell you what, he needs to come clean, yeah? What does Ronnie Size know about Princess Diana? Hey? He knows what happens. What? He knows the truth. Goddamn drum and bass industrial complex. Covering it up. I knew it. What does he know about the People's Princess? Yeah? Where's he hiding her? Unbelievable. People fucking going in so hard. I don't know how much I can read this out. Like, I'll just become the most hated show in drum and bass by drum and bass DJs. I don't know. Anyway. But there's a message in from Benny L, apparently. Being unkind about his own music, shall we say. Okay. Fucking hell. Oh dear. Well, listen, guys. USB 3 says, "Where are you, Maddie?" Just question marks. Just question marks. Oh God. Transgender shoplifter spared jail when there is no way to confirm her gender. I escaped new online course. I escaped jail with this one weird trick. Transgender woman who threatened shop staff with a claw hammer, Jesus, has been spared jail after a court says there's no way to confirm her gender reassignment. You probably know polite way. That's yeah. Leela Lefay, 40, admitted brandishing the weapon at a shop manager, Enoch Adateo, after entering a Budgeons store in Brighton in a bid to steal wine at 4 a.m. on November the 6th last year. I presume that would be the Budgeons by the station, because I can't think of any other 24-hour Budgeonses. She was sentenced to 6 months in prison, but the order was reversed when Judge Stephen Mooney heard that she did not have certified evidence of her gender reassignment and would have to be sent to a male-only jail. The only way Lefay could prove her new gender would be an undignified examination, which court staff were not prepared to do. Barrister Rebecca Upton said at Lewis Crown Court. The shoplifter would not be kept in solitary confinement and would be vulnerable in the situation, she added. Addressing Lefay, the judge said, when you took out a claw hammer, it must have been terrifying, adding that there was no excuse to assault Mr. Editeo, who had challenged her when she attempted to steal the wine. After pulling out the hammer, she had tried to grab another bottle of wine and flee, but police arrived and arrested her. Rowan Jenkins, prosecuting, said. Ms. Upton said her client had battled with drink and drug addiction and had kept herself out of trouble since 2014, before a relapse last year. Lefay was given a 6-month suspended sentence with 30 rehabilitation sessions after admitting to common assault and possession of an offensive weapon. You would think that probably like your hardened crims are going to be keeping a real eye on this sort of thing, aren't they? Well, I'm starting to see, lads. I'm starting to see a loophole. I've got an idea. Judge Mooney said issues had arisen and acknowledged that we live in a society. Okay. Right. We live in a society which acknowledges and embraces diversity and allows and encourages people to live their life they want to, even if they are brandishing a claw hammer at the time. Continued, sometimes society does not make the necessary or appropriate adjustments in all ways it can to reflect the adjustments of society as a whole. Having reflected again upon the impact an immediate custodial sentence would have, the difficulties there are, and the intractable problems the prison service would face, I have reconsidered whether imprisonment must be immediate. Right. I imagine people are losing their fucking minds about this. One can only imagine what Katie Hopkins is right now tweeting about this event. Well, you got to think you would sort of think that when you're at the robbing at clawhammer point, that you possibly might be relinquishing a little bit of some of your dignity. I don't know. Hey, I'm glad I don't have to make the fucking judgments on this. That's all I'm saying. Glad I'm not in charge. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a fun situation to that will unfold. Right, Pope Francis, has he got coronavirus? Let's find out. Pope Francis falls ill day after supporting people with coronavirus. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Pope Francis has missed a planned mass with clergy in Rome due to an unspecified illness. He got the devil inside of him. The devil's crept in through an unprotected anus. He wasn't wearing his special butt plug, a special popey butt plug, and the devil crept inside of his anus and has taken hold of him. I pray for the Pope. I pray for him and his unprotected anus. Vatican said the pontiff, 83, had a slight indisposition and would proceed with the rest of his planned work today, but preferred to stay near Santa Marta, the Vatican hotel where he lives. There was no word from the Vatican about the nature of his illness, but the Pope was seen coughing and blowing his nose during Ash Wednesday Mass. Later, he told well-wishers, "I wish, again, to express my closeness to all those who are ill from the coronavirus, and to the healthcare workers who are caring for them." There he is. Oh, he's not up on the thing. There, sorry. He's blowing his nose, he's got a little hat on. He's got sort of little, just a little hat. Yeah, dear little hat, actually, isn't it? Got his sort of traditional sort of schmuck dress situation. A bit of bling around his neck there. Big silver blingy cross. And he's just out there just doing the Lord's work, man. He's just kissing kids on the lips with tongues. Okay, I mean, that's fine. There's a woman there taking pictures. She's got a mask sort of on her chin. I don't imagine it's doing much work there, just obscuring the mouth and little all else. Francis has a busy schedule lately, including his public general audience on Wednesday, and the Ash Wednesday service later in the day in Roman Basilica. I hate the Pope. I think he's a twat. He could do great work. All he would have to do would be to say, "Hey guys, hey guys, you can start using a condom, yeah? Why not start using a fucking condom and probably stop gigantic amounts of people getting AIDS every year just by going, go on then, you can rub her up. It's fine. I say it. There you go. It's okay. You can rub her up. Don't worry about it. Just fucking slap a Jimmy hat on, yeah? Slap a little Jimmy hat on. You see, like the little hat that I've got on here? A bit like that. But slap a Jimmy on it, yeah? Slap a Jimmy on it, and we'll probably have AIDS in the bag within the next 10 years. But no. He does not. He chooses not to. And, you know, God bless him. Yeah. Guys, another thrower, I think, might be on the agenda. Few options here, man. Few fucking options. Jesus. New Document 1. New Red Pill and Rido. New Drum Sound and or Bassline Smith. New Gancha or Ruin. New Proxima. Jesus Christ. How long have we got? Unbelievable. Let's have... Go on, let's have New Document 1 then. Let's see what that's all about. Let's have a little pipe at that. It's called The Beast.
The rise up out of the heart of a deeply troubled continent to a height of over 4,500 meters. Isolated high up on a volcano, overlooking the brooding intent in the valley below, lives one of the world's rarest and most endangered large mammals. The beast.
Foghorn! Talking of Foghorn, it's nearly 11 o'clock. You know what that means. It means Foghorn Free is the wrong one. Foghorn Friday. Goddamn right. Romantic Foghorn. Foghorn Pillow Talk.
The Virunga volcanoes rise up out of the heart of a deeply troubled continent to a height of over 4,500 meters. Isolated high up on a volcano, overlooking the brooding intent in the valley below, lives one of the world's rarest and most endangered large mammals.
The Foghorn. Coming up after Foghorn Friday, brand new smorgasbord. Well, I never. Well, I cocksucking never. That's The Foghorn by Document One off their new album, Future Horn. Future Fog. The Foghorn of Future, the ghost of Foghorn Past. I think it's called. If it's not called that, it should be called that. So, come on, boys. What are we doing here? You know? Why aren't people... Why aren't producers consulting me on names for their EPs? You know? I'm just saying, guys, if you want a catchy title, you know, you want a fun tagline, you want something that people are going to remember, something that they're not going to fucking forget about, 2 weeks after they've had another 15 Foghorn tunes rammed into their colon, hey, you're going to need a snappy headline, snappy title, a snappy EP name. Why not come to the Feathery one? His services are reasonably priced. Depends how you define it, you know? Like, is it a large amount of money in comparison to sort of the amount of money that is in the world? No. Is it a large amount of money when you consider it's just me chatting bollocks to name an EP? Yes. Yes, it is. It's an absurd amount of money for something so, I don't know, so sort of flippant. Nevertheless, the services are offered. You know, I will render them for you for money. Guys, look, we've got a few minutes left before Foghorn Friday, and you'll be very, very pleased to hear that Jeremy Kyle comeback has been confirmed. Almost a year after the controversial talk show was axed by ITV, he's back to have his say. Wow. This is incredible news. Perhaps they've been out there comparing ratio of guests to suicides with Love Island and saying, listen, guys. But maybe they're playing like, they go, listen, it's just because you hate poor people. It's like, no, all right. Come on then, let's see what he's got. Jeremy Carl's comeback has been confirmed, where he will have his say after a year of battling the unimaginable consequences. The presenter's representative has taken to social media telling followers to watch this space. She shared a photo of the star, along with a lengthy post. So pleased to welcome the very talented and very real Jeremy Kyle exclusively to @TheCan Group. For 14 years, Jeremy Kyle dominated daytime TV with his hugely successful eponymous talk show. Claire Powell began. He also proved a hit in primetime, fronting 5 successful series of his investigative current affairs brand, The Kyle Files. The Kyle Files! Jeremy's runaway UK success was the catalyst for 2 syndicate US shows, as well as stints presenting other TV juggernauts This Morning and Good Morning Britain. Post continued. Jeremy first came. Why are we doing a sort of I don't know. It sounds like a eulogy. The post continued. Jeremy first came to prominence as a Sony award-winning radio host who changed the game at BRMB, Virgin Radio, Capital FM, Talk Sport, Talk Radio. Known for his honest, engaging opinions, Jeremy has also authored numerous columns for The Sun and best-selling book for Hodder and Stoughton. The committed father and family man is also a cancer survivor who has miraculously just welcomed a new son and grandson into the world. Why is it always, I don't understand, like, why is it always celebrated when guys have kids, like, really old in life? Like, when David Jason was about 85 and had a kid, everyone's like, fucking crack on, mate. Brilliant. He's still got it in him. He's still got it. Like, he'll be dead by the time the kid's 5. That's not cool. You know, spitting everywhere now. Getting me all riled up. I mean, you know, and if it was like an 80-year-old woman, people would be like, what's he doing, slag? Jesus, can't you keep her legs closed? A little bit of maladying there just to finish off the show. Anyway, so he's had another kid at 54. All right. Claire went on to explain that after a tough year, the 54-year-old would be returning and would be back to have his say. Okay, but they're obviously not going to be bringing back the Jeremy Kyle show. Presumably they're going to be bringing back something else. Or they're going to be easing their way in. Jeremy has remained silent since the Jeremy Kyle show was pulled off the air in May 2019 after guest Stephen Diamond, 62, died by suicide after he failed a lie detector test on the show. The fact that they do lie detector tests is ridiculous, being that they are so inaccurate. They're not admissible as law. Like, and when you're dealing with something fairly serious, like whether or not, whether or not you got your mum pregnant, or whatever whatever the thing is, you would think you would want some sort of level of certainty, really. Like, a DNA test, sure. But lie detector, come on. Anyway, I'm bored of Carl now. He'll be back. Fine. News of Jeremy's return comes as Conservative MP Damon Collins made a call for the host to be held accountable for the death. Well, tricky one, isn't it? Again, glad I don't have to decide these things. Glad I could just sit here and talk shit. That's probably about as much responsibility as I should be allowed. Jesus Christ! Can you imagine? Imagine if the world looked to me to actually make some decisions, to actually try and use my quote unquote moral compass to make some important decisions in the world. What a fine fucking mess we'd be in. Jesus Christ, unbelievable. Anyway, guys, it's the end of the show. It's the end of the week. It's Fog on Friday in 3 bloody minutes. And don't I just know it? Thank you for listening this week. This has been one of the most, like, the last... I think this show was fine, but Wednesday's show, Monday's show, and last Friday's show, some of the best, I think. Some of the goddamn best. Like, I couldn't even speak on Wednesday because of how much I was laughing about Groove Rider Pirate memes. I don't even know why they're funny, but just... I don't know. Look, should we just see for the last 3 minutes what we've got left in the shout box? There's going to be, I presume, some... America just says, fuck yeah. Dealer text says, pure fire. There's 20s, 50s on all night. Will lie and say I'll be 10 minutes when in reality my marketing far surpasses my ability to supply in an honest and timely manner. Flake 3 for 50, fast delivery. Groove Rider says, I think Fabio has scurvy. He's acting like Clayton speaking patois and doing gun fingers. On the plus side, he's doing jerk chicken for lunch. Have a great weekend. Arr, see you, chum. Lovely stuff. Thanks, Groove Rider. Haley rolls eyes loudly. Okay. Danny Minogue says, my Warhammers are better than my sisters, but not as good as how good it would be if people stopped making shit D&B. Wow. Never a truer word said there by Danny Minogue. How is Danny Minogue suddenly the voice of reason on the quality of drum and bass? What has got Fabio says some of my best friends are pirates. Benny Lava says jetpack operation. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Anyone availed themselves of the tip jar this show or a subscription? No. No change. No change there then. And Stranger says, check my new web. No, not reading that out. Check my new website, www.stranger.co.uk. Guys, thanks for listening. Fog on Friday next, followed by Smorgasbord, followed by pre-recorded with Mr. Merck. Have a fucking good weekend. You know, just keep on keeping on, guys. Just keep on keeping on. All right, look, I love you. And one day we will kiss passionately, and it will be true fireworks. True goddamn fireworks. Goodbye.